Namaste friends, welcome to RH Chemistry. In today's class, we are going to discuss about NEET full length paper, question paper, that is third one I am going to discuss. If you have not seen previous two full length paper, please go through that also. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and support. Yes, first question, 100 ml of O2 and H2 kept at same temperature and pressure, what is true about their number of moles? And remember, very simple question, it is based on, remember, Avogadro's law. What is Avogadro's law? At same temperature and pressure, equal volume of all the gases contains equal number of molecules. So that equal number of molecules will be present. So the answer for this question is, remember, that is 3. Now, the second one, the value of delta H and delta S for the reaction C plus CO to give rise to 2CO are 170 and 170 joules per Kelvin respectively. This reaction will spontaneous at. So in this particular case, here they are asking spontaneous at, right? So in this particular case, we will use the formula delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S. So what you have to think is, whenever delta H delta S is given, the reaction is given like this, then we can spontaneous, they are telling, right? Spontaneous means, what is the meaning? Spontaneous means delta H negative you have to get. So here what we will consider, so actually here in the question the reversible arrow mark they have to give. Fine. In this particular case, delta G, it is an equilibrium reaction, so delta G is equal to 0 at equilibrium. Because of that reason, I can take it as delta H is equal to T delta S. So that T is equal to delta H minus delta S, right? Delta H value is given, that is 170 kilojoules. I will take it as 10 to the power 3 joules because delta S value is in joule. So 170 joules per Kelvin. So in this case, you can see 170 get cancelled. So left out is 1000. So 1000 Kelvin. So the meaning of this is delta G become equal to negative, that is spontaneous they are telling. Delta G will be negative only when this temperature is, remember, more than 1000. More than 1000 means only one option left, that is B is the option in this particular case. Then third question, Faraday's law of electrolysis will fail when? So one thing is very clear, Faraday's laws of electrolysis will not fail at temperature when it is increased. So inert electrode when it is increased. So you can consider it as, remember, a mixture of electrolyte when it is used, then also it will not fail. So hence is none of the above case is the answer for this question. Titanium compound that does not exist. Remember, titanium configuration is argon. So 4s2 3d2. So total oxidation possible is maximum 4 plus. If any of these compound having more than 4 plus, it is not possible. Now here titanium you can see plus 2. Here it is plus 4. Here also if you calculate plus 4. But here if you calculate, potassium is 2, oxygen is minus 2. So titanium you will get it in plus 6. So plus 6 means it is not possible. Because of that reason, answer for this question is 4. Isobutyl bromide may be obtained from isobutylene and HBr in the presence of. See, isobutyl bromide. So in this particular case, I need some space. Fine, I will take that. Yes. Now you can see isobutyl bromide they are given, right? To obtain from isobutylene. Isobutylene means like this, CH2 isobutylene double bond C CH3 here. So isobutyl bromide they are asking. Isobutyl bromide means, remember, so here we needed, it is give rise to, when it react with HBr, CH2Br, so CH2 CS3. So it is isobutane. So isobutyl bromide means, remember, like this Br is attached. So what is happened here? Br negative attack to that carbon having larger number of hydrogen atom, which means this is, remember, anti-Markovnikov's rule. Anti-Markovnikov's rule. Anti-Markovnikov's rule operate only when if there is a presence of peroxide. Because of that reason, answer for this question is, remember, 1, peroxide. So basics should be very strong. That is very, very important in this case. Fine. Which of the following statement about denaturation given is correct? So denaturation of proteins causes loss of secondary and tertiary structure of protein. Correct. Denaturation leads to the conversion of double strand of DNA into single strand. It is also correct. Denaturation affects primary structure of the which gets distorted. It is wrong. Because in denaturation, secondary and tertiary structures are going to rupture, but primary structure will be intact. Because of that reason, remember, correct option for this correct one is statement A and B. A and B, in which case it is there? So option 3. So the answer for this question is 3. Then 7th one, FeS2 plus O2 give rise to Fe2O3 plus SO2. So in this particular case, what they are asking? Number of electrons lost by one molecule of FeS2. For that, what we will do? We will see, in case of the FeS2, iron is in +2 oxidation state, sulfur is in -1. Remember, here this is known as persulfide. Very, very important. This you have to know. Persulfide it is. Just like peroxide, oxygen -1. Here sulfur -1 give rise to Fe2O3, in which iron is in +3 oxidation state. Sulfur dioxide, sulfur is in +4 oxidation state. Which means, remember, sulfur changed from -1 to +4. Total number of unit change is 5. But here 2 sulfur is there. You can see S2 and S here. So 2 sulfur are there. Hence 5 into 2 is equal to 10 unit here. 10 unit. And 1 of iron is there. +2 to +3. 1 unit change and 1 iron is there. Hence 10 plus 1 from iron. So total answer should be 11. So the option for this question is 4. Now 8th question. Enthalpies of formation of Al2O3 and Cr2O3 is given. So that we will write it like this. Enthalpy formation Al, 2Al plus O2. Later we will balance it. Al2O3. So delta H is -1596. Cr plus O2 give rise to Cr2O3 -1134 joules. In this particular case, to get this particular equation, first you have to balance this. 2Al, I will write 2Al and 2Cr. So 3 by 2 O2, 3 by 2 O2. Now we require this reaction. To require this reaction, remember, this is first equation, this is second equation. If I take, here what I have to do is, first equation minus the second equation I have to do. Second equation should be subtracted in first equation, so that we have to write it reverse. If I write it reverse, here 3 by 2 O2, 3 by 2 O2 get cancelled. So Cr2O3 will come this side. 2Al plus Cr2O3 give rise to 2Cr plus Al2O3 will get. 1 minus 2 when I do, -1596 minus of -1134. Right? So plus 1134. You are going to get the answer it as -462 kilojoule. Hence the answer for this question is second one. Now, in this particular case, 9th question we will see. An electrochemical cell is set up as follows. And remember, this type of electrochemical cell, where both side platinum hydrogen 1 atmosphere, platinum hydrogen 1 atmosphere is there. This we call it as a concentration cell. Concentration cell. Remember that. So only concentration of the acid is different here. EMF of this cell will not be 0 because generally concentration cell EMF will not be 0. So they are asking why. See, temperature is constant. Definitely it is not related to, will not be 0 because it is not related to that. Acids used in the two compartments are different. This is also not related. EMF of a cell depends on molarities of the acids. So in both the case we are going to use the acid only. But the thing is, remember, the pH of 0.1 m HCl and 0.1 m acetic acid is not the same. Because of that it will not be 0. Because HCl is concentrated, acetic acid is weak. Because of that reason what happens is, in HCl what we will do, directly we will take H plus ion concentration as 0.1. But in acetic acid, remember, H plus ion concentration you have to consider it as C into alpha. Degree of dissociation you have to consider. Hence remember, H plus will not be same. Because of that reason, so cell which will not be 0. EMF of the cell is not equal to 0. So hence the answer for this question is second one. Ninth one, answer is 2. 10th one, which of the following oxide is amphoteric in nature? Very important, remember, we know that tin oxide in group 14, tin dioxide is amphoteric in nature. Then 11th question, matching one with the second, right? So here complete question you cannot see, so that I will show you like this. So substance and processes are given. So here you can see first one, sulfuric acid, right? We know that sulfuric acid very famous contact process, hence remember A should be 4. Then steel and sodium hydroxide we don't know, but ammonia we know, that is Haber's process. A4D1, in both the case it is there, first and fourth option A4D1 it is there, correct? So then we will see steel and sodium hydroxide, and here we can easily tell, because steel is the one where Bessemer process can be used, sodium hydroxide where Leblanc process can be used. If this Leblanc is not there for our syllabus also, we can easily tell steel is the one which is prepared in the Bessemer process, because generally what happens, in case of the steel we need a very strong furnace where these metals should be mixed easily, because steel is an alloy. Because of that reason we can say it needs some strong furnace that is observed in case of the Bessemer furnace. Hence in that common sense also you can tell the answer B2. B2 means the answer is A. Answer is A in this particular case. But I will tell you what is Leblanc process. So in this particular case, Leblanc process is nothing but, remember, so sodium chloride NaCl react with H2SO4 followed by reaction with the carbon, you are going to get that particular NaOH. So that process is called as Leblanc process. So that is not there for the syllabus, not necessary to worry. So in such question when they ask also, only two options when it is left, you can easily select by thinking about in some other way, like steel needed strong furnace for the preparation, like that. So answer for this question is, remember, first one. So next, 12th, IUPAC is the name of the compound they are asking. Very simple. IUPAC is the name. First, very important, from which side you have to start numbering. Here very important is, there may be triple bond at the first carbon, but we will not start numbering from this carbon. Remember, we have to start numbering from this only, because second preference, first preference is double bond and second preference is triple bond. Because of that reason, 1, 2, 3, 4 you have to number. Hence, name of this will be pent-2-ene 4-ine. Pent-4-ine 2-ene is wrong, but pent-2-ene 4-ine is correct, and this is also wrong. So 12th one answer for this question is fourth option. Remember that numbering is very important in this case. 13th, name the type of silicate in which the oxygen atom is shared between two SiO4 4-. One oxygen atom they are telling. So SiO4 4- is like this. Si here, oxygen, 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 and this oxygen atom is shared. Hence you are going to get the compound like this. Each oxygen will be negative charge, leaving this. So pyrosilicate we call it as. 13th is 3-pyrosilicate. 14th, in lime kiln, the reversible reaction CaCO3 gives rise to CaOCO2 proceeds to the completion, because this is the reversible reaction. Remember, according to Le Chatelier's principle, as we remove the product formed, which is as soon as possible so that reaction will move towards product side. Product removal is very easy for the CO2 because CO2 is gas which is escapes out is the answer, so that equilibrium shift towards right side. Answer for this question is 14. So in this particular case, remember 14th question answer is 2. CO2 escapes out. 15th, rate of reaction can be expressed by following expression: Ka to the power 2b. If the concentration of A increased by 3 times and concentration of B increased by 2 times, how many times the reaction rate increases? So in this particular case, very simple question. So rate expression they only have given. Because of that reason, remember, we will write that rate expression first. See, rate expression they have given: K is equal to, K into, in this particular case, yes, rate is equal to K into A to the power 2 B to the power 1. Remember now what happens? Concentration of A increased by 3 times. What I will do? K into 3A to the power 2 B, which means 2 times, so 2B to the power 1. New rate now what happens is 3 square is nothing but 9 into 2. I will remove it out. So K into A to the power 2 into B to the power 1. So that 18 times rate increases. Very easy to calculate. 18 is the answer in this particular case. 16th one, in nucleophilic substitution reaction, right? Order of halogen incoming nucleophile is I minus, Br minus, Cl minus. The order of halogen as departing nucleophile will be, which is a good leaving group they are asking. Good leaving group, remember, definitely iodine, more than Br, more than Cl. Answer for this question is 2. Then 17th question, this one. So very important type of concept. Which one of the following compound will be most readily dehydrated? Most readily dehydrated means, remember, OH is removed here. Any of these compound, OH is removed here and H is removed from here. Or here there may be H or here may be H. So then dehydration take place to form double bond. But in this case, very important is, remember, so here important is formation of carbocation. Here when I remove this OH, carbocation will be formed here, carbocation will be formed here, carbocation will be formed here, carbocation is formed here. Now the question is, which carbocation is more stable? Remember, whenever carbocation is adjacent to the carbonyl group, carbonyl group is electron withdrawing group. We know that carbocation is more stabilized by plus I effect than this minus I effect. Because of that reason, remember, this carbonyl group is electron withdrawing group, hence this plus stability decreases. Here also this plus stability decreases. D option also plus stability decreases, but in the C option you can see adjacent to this carbonyl group is not there, hence it is more stable compared to all those, so that it can be hydrated very easily because of the more stable carbocation. Remember, because of the more stable carbocation is the answer. So more stable carbocation is the answer. So because of that reason, remember, answer for this particular question is, that is this one. So here in this particular case, wait, so something happened here, fine. Yes. in this particular case, so the answer for the above question which I told, that is here option C. Option C is the correct option in this particular case. Fine. So as I told, formation of carbocation which is more stable in case of the C, because of that reason answer for this question is C. Now 18th one, electrolytic reduction of nitrobenzene in weakly acidic medium gives electrolytic reduction. So in this particular case, remember, nitrobenzene weakly acidic medium reduction is give rise to here aniline. Very easy question, aniline is the answer. Fine. 19th, in this particular case, SiF62 minus and SiCl62 minus, which one is known and why? Out of this, remember, both are halogen F and Cl and same silicon atom is present. Right? In what way we have to think this particular question? Now you can see fluorine size is small, chlorine size is larger. Because of that reason, what happens is larger Cl minus cannot be accommodated on this silicon, compared to smaller fluorine can be accommodated on silicon very easily. Because of that reason, remember, answer for this question is 19th one, SiF62 minus, because of small size of a fluorine. Answer is A. 20th question. So CS2 minus is given, C double bond to CS3 give rise to CS2 double bond C, single bond O minus CS3. So what is the correct answer for this particular case? Remember, these two, by seeing only you can easily tell this is resonating structure. So the answer is 1. 21. The reaction L give rise to M started with 10 grams of L. After 30 and 90 minutes of this 5 gram and 1.25 gram of L left, the order of the reaction is. So here it is a very simple question actually. Here you can see I have 10 gram initially, then converted into 5 gram, then converted into 2.5 gram, then converted into 1.25 gram. Here they are telling after 30 minutes 5 grams left, after 30 minutes. After 90 minutes 1.25 gram left means it should be 30, and here also it should be 30. All half-lives are same, which means half-life is independent of the initial concentration. Hence the answer for this question is first order reaction. We can easily tell. Answer is 2. 22nd is a very simple question, but they will confuse you by giving some statement. In NEET such question will happen. Outer orbitals of carbon in ethene form sp2 hybridization. Total number of sigma and pi bond. Very simple question is actually. So CS2 double bond CS2 ethene they are asking. So number of sigma bond here 2 sigma and middle 1 sigma and 1 pi. So 5 sigma and 1 pi is the answer. 22nd question answer is 4. 23. Troponium cation is aromatic in nature. This is troponium cation. The only property that determine its aromatic behavior is its planar structure they are telling. Now you remember, aromatic are those compounds which will have planar structure is fine, but there should be 4n plus 2 pi electron should be present. So here also it follows 4n plus 2. This is 1 pi and this is 1 pi and this is 1 pi. So 3 pi bonds. So 6 pi electrons are there. If I take n is equal to 1, 6 pi electron it will follow. Because of that reason statement 1 is correct, no doubt it is aromatic. But second statement is not 100% correct. Hence second statement is false. Hence the answer for this question is, remember, third option 23. Statement 1 is true, statement 2 is false. 24. The reaction, very important question, remember. Reaction of C6H6CH double bond CHCHO with LiAlH4 gives. Remember, generally lithium aluminum hydride or sodium borohydride will not reduce double bond, but it will reduce such a type of compound where alpha carbon attached to benzene ring, that is phenyl group. If alpha carbon attached to benzene ring, then definitely this hydrogen, this double bond is also reduced by LiAlH4. Because of that reason, remember, CHO reduced from CS2OH, no doubt, but double bond also reduced to CS2, so the answer for this question is 1. If the same thing is given instead of CS, C6H5, CS3 if they give, then the answer, it will equal to this, CS3, CS double bond. Double bond will not be reduced by AlH4, lithium aluminum hydride. But when alpha carbon attached or doubly bonded carbon attached to phenyl, next to phenyl, if double bond is present, then it can reduce this. Hence the answer for this question is 1. 24th question, first one is the answer. Then 25. When glycerol is treated with excess of HI, it produces. Very important, very simple. Glycerol formula will write first. Glycerol formula will write first, right? So CS2OH, CHOH, CH2OH. This is glycerol. This when it reacts with HI, excess of HI they are telling. Now what happens is all those OH replaced by I. See, CH2I, bond CHI, bond CH2I, like this. Now what happens is such type of compound is unstable. Very important, remember, such type of compound is unstable. Hence immediately give rise to iodine is removed as minus I2, so that it will form CH2 double bond CH, single bond CH2I, like this you are going to get. Now this excess of HI they are telling, hence further it will react with HI because there is a double bond addition take place. Hence it is going to form CH2, CH3 here, because here a Markovnikov's rule it is going to follow. CH3 here, CHI here and CH2I here. Once again this molecule is not stable, similar to this one, this is unstable. Hence remember minus I2, I can write it as CH3, CH double bond CH2. Now this will react with HI once again because further excess they are telling. Once again double bond addition take place to form compound CS3, CHI, and here it becomes CS3. So this is 2-iodopropane is the final product you are going to get. So 2-iodopropane is the answer in this particular case. So 25th question, first one is the answer. Now 26th question. If one end of the piece of metal is heated, the other end becomes hot after some time because. Very simple question. Directly you can tell the answer for this. So first one is the answer. Energized electron moving to the other part of the metal. Now 27th question. Which of the following has maximum number of lone pairs associated with the xenon? We know that XeF4, if you calculate the hybridization, you will get sp3d2. 6 should be surrounded, but 4 are there, so that number of lone pair is equal to, I will write n is equal to 2, right? 2. XeF6, remember, sp3d3 hybridization. You calculate the hybridization by using H is equal to half into valence electron minus monovalent atom, like that. So 7 should be surrounded, but 6 is there, hence 1 lone pair. XeF2 hybridization will get sp3d. 5 should be surrounded, but 2 are there, which means lone pair is equal to 3. XeO3 sp3 hybridization and 1 lone pair is present in this particular case. Hence highest maximum lone pair is XeF2. 28th question. D electron configuration is given. Which of the following aqua complex will exhibit minimum paramagnetic behavior? All these are weak ligand, only water. So iron is in plus 5 oxidation, plus 4 oxidation state. Chromium is in plus 2 oxidation state. Nickel is in plus, so here, yes, chromium is in plus 2 oxidation state. Nickel is in plus 2 oxidation state. Manganese is in, remember, plus 2 oxidation state. In this case, Fe plus 4 means 4 unpaired, here also 4 unpaired, but nickel is having only 2 unpaired, Mn is having 5 unpaired, so the answer for this question is D, 2 unpaired, so less paramagnetic behavior. Which of the following cannot be formed? So cannot be formed, remember, in this particular case, according to molecular orbital theory, if I follow, so helium molecule does not exist, so answer for this question is 4. Which of the following not a characteristic of interstitial compound? Read all the 4 statements, you will easily tell. They are insulator, it is given. Remember, they are good conductor of electricity, same as that of the metal. So the answer is 4. Now the drugs which act as a act on the central nervous system and helps in reducing anxiety are called antibiotics, they are telling. Remember, such one we call it as tranquilizers. We call it as tranquilizers. Hence, A is wrong, statement 1 is wrong, statement 2, penicillin is antibiotic is correct. Hence, statement 1 is false, statement 2 is correct. Answer for this question is, remember, 4th one. 31st question, 4th option. 32nd, which of the following observation reflects colligative property? Very simple. 0.5 molal NaBr is having higher vapor pressure than 0.5 molar BaCl2, because here I is equal to 3, here I is equal to 2. Definitely more I value, lesser is the vapor pressure. Hence BaCl2 have lesser vapor pressure and NaBr having more vapor pressure. So definitely it is a colligative property. Pure water freezes at the higher temperature than the pure methanol. Here, in case of the colligative property, we will never discuss about pure state, remember. So, when we add some non-volatile solute, we can think about colligative property because both are solvent here. Hence, in this particular case, second one will not reflect the colligative property. Third one, 0.1 m NaOH solution freezes at a lower temperature than pure water. This is correct because of the colligative property. First and third statement is correct. 1 and 3 answer is there at the 4th option. So the answer for the 32nd question is 4. 33. In the commercial electrochemical process for aluminum extraction, which one is correct they are telling? We know that aluminum extraction, a molten mixture of Al2O3 and Na3LF6, that is cryolite, is electrolyzed. Hence the answer for this question is 3. 34. Aryl halides do not undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction under ordinary condition because aryl halide, if you see like this C6H5O, I will take it as X. Approach of nucleophile is retarded. Definitely, because nucleophiles are remember electron rich center. Benzene ring also electron rich. Because of that reason, attack is retarded. Carbon carrying halogen atom is sp3, they are telling, but this carbon is, remember, sp2 hybridized, hence it is wrong statement. Substrate molecule is destabilized due to resonance, wrong statement, it is stabilized by resonance. Partial double bond character is present, that is correct because of the this halogen having lone pair which will undergo resonance. This is having resonance. So hence the answer for this question is first and fourth statement. First and fourth statement is correct. Second option is the correct one. 35. Root mean square speed of the oxygen at 27 degrees Celsius is given. The root mean square speed of hydrogen at the same temperature they are asking. Fine, in this particular case, remember the formula root mean square. U also you can write or mu also you can write. So formula is, remember, root of 3RT divided by M. When same temperature they are telling temperature constant, R constant and 3 is also constant. Hence I can write this as U1 by U2. Root mean square velocity of the, we can consider it as oxygen and here it is hydrogen. We will consider hydrogen is equal to, I can write this as M2 divided by M1. Because 1 by M is there, so M2 by M1. Right? So in this particular case, so here you can substitute here, right? U of O2 is nothing but 760 divided by U of hydrogen I want is equal to root of molar M2. M2 is equal to how much? 2 here because hydrogen is 2 divided by M1 is how much? 32 because 16 into 32. So 2 1s are 216. Root 1 by root 16 is equal to 1 by 4 I can write. Correct? So 1 by 4 means, remember, this can be written as U of S2 is equal to 760 into 4. So 7 4s are 28. So 28 means 30. So nearest to that is the answer. So A is the correct answer in this particular case. 36. Absolute enthalpy of neutralization of MgO plus HCl they are asking. So what, how much it will be? Now generally neutralization reactions, remember, if it is a strong acid plus strong base, it will give rise to this salt plus water. This is always constant as minus 57.3 kilojoules. So this is constant value. But here HCl is strong but MgO is weak. Because of that reason, what happens is, so weak base means what is the meaning? Mg and O bond strength is more. Remember, weak base means I am not talking about weak bond strength. Mg and O here, Mg and O bond strength is more. Because of that reason, remember, some heat is used to break this particular bond. Heat is used to break this particular bond means whatever this much amount of energy should be released, it will be lesser than this energy because some energy is utilized in breaking of this bond. Because of that reason, answer for this question is, remember, 36th 3. 37. Which of the following electrolyte least effective in coagulating ferric hydroxide sol? Here, ferric hydroxide sol charge is not given, but I told you in the synopsis part, hydroxide sols are positively charged sol. If you have any confusion about that also, you can see, in all the case positive charge is same potassium only, hence definitely they are not asking by giving negative charge sol, because in positive you cannot select same, hence this is positive. Now you have to select negative ion which is more least effective. They are telling least effective. Remember, least effective means least charge. Least charge. In which case it is least charge? So KBr minus 1, SO4 2 minus, CrO4 2 minus, here it is minus 4. So minus 4. Answer for this question is first one. 37th question, answer is first one. Right? Now 38th question, a calcium and magnesium is done by, remember, EDTA. The reason for that is EDTA can form complex with calcium and magnesium, but remaining can react to form some compound. Which of the following colorless in water? Colorless in water means number of unpaired electron is equal to 0. In which case it is 0, Ti3 plus N is equal to 1. Vanadium 3 plus N is equal to 2. Cu3 plus N is equal to, at least Cu3 plus does not exist, but fine, Cu3 plus if you take 3D8 you will get, Cu2 plus is 3D9, so Cu3D8 means 2 I can write, Sc3 plus is equal to 0. Because of that reason, answer for this question is Sc3 plus. 40th question, the repeating unit present in the nylon 6. Nylon 6, remember, which is made up of caprolactam, right? Caprolactam. Caprolactam is having CH2 5 times. NHCO is correct. CH2 5, CH2. So only in these two you will get confusion. So the answer for this question is 2. 41. Extracted commercially by the electrolysis aqueous solution of its compound. Very simple direct question, remember. So chlorine. Definitely sodium and aluminum never be answered because here we use molten. But remember, bromine case also we need molten NaBr. Because in this particular case, bromine having less discharge potential than OH minus. But here Cl is having, Br is having more discharge potential. But Cl is having, in case of the NaCl plus H2O, here Cl minus having least potential than OH minus. Because of that reason, chlorine get deposited. So the answer is first one. 42nd question, correct order of stability in this particular case they are asking. When such question is asked generally about alkenes, remember, here when it is given alkene, different alkene when it is given, see the resonance when it is possible, conjugated system. But here trans-2-butene, cis-2-butene. Trans-2-butene is, remember, CH3 here, H here, CH3 here, H here. Then cis-2-butene means CH3 here, CH3 here, H here and H here. So, and compared to 1-butene. Definitely always remember one important point, my dear students. Substituted alkenes are more stable than normal alkene, butene. The reason for that is, it is depending on the heat of hydrogenation. Heat of hydrogenation. So trans and cis, when I compare, in case of the trans, these groups are away from each other. CS3 and CS3 are away from each other, hence there is no repulsion much. But here there is a repulsion, remember. Because of that reason, this is more stable than this. This is more stable than butene. So hence, because of that reason, answer for this question is 2. 43. A metal has FCC lattice edge length, they have given density, they have given molar mass, they are asking. So density is equal to Zm divided by A cube into Na. Nothing but I want molar mass. Molar mass is equal to density into, in this particular case, density into A cube into Na divided by Z. Substitute density. So 2.7 they have given. So 2.7 into A cube. So A is given 404. So I will write it as 4.04 into picometer converted into meter, 10 to the power minus 10, right? 10 meter. So 404 I have taken to 10 to the power 2 out. So into 10 to the power 2. So that 10 to the power minus 8 you will get. So I will write it as 4 cube into 10 to the power minus 8 cube divided by Z is equal to 4. FCC lattice 4. So 1 4 1 4 get cancelled. Remaining is 2.7 into 16. 4 square I will take. 1 4 get cancelled. 16. 4 square 16 into 10 to the power minus 8 cube is 10 to the power minus 24. But one thing we have left here, Na. 6 into 10 to the power 23. So into 10 to the power 23 into 6. We know that 16 6 is a 96, correct? 96. I will take it as 100. 100 into 2.7 approximately they are asking. So 100 into 2.7 is nothing but, remember, 270 into 10 to the power minus 1. So minus 1 because minus 24 plus 23. Minus 1 if you remove, 27 grams. So 27 gram, A is the second option is the correct answer here. 44. Property which distinguish formic acid from acetic acid. In this case, remember, formic acid, HC double bond O, OH. Acetic acid, CH3C double bond O, OH. To distinguish this, remember, first point, only ammonium salt of formic acid on heating gives amide. It is wrong. Both solution of ammonia salt give rise to amide. When heated with alcohol H2SO4, only acetic acid forms ester. Wrong, because both are having OH group, COOH group, hence both will form ester. Only acetic acid forms salt with alkali. Wrong, because this can also form sodium salt and here also can sodium salt. But only formic acid reduce failing solution. Remember, failing solutions are reduced by aldehydic group like this or ketonic group like this. Now you can see formic acid is the one which is having both group, aldehydic group it is, aldehydic group and ketonic group, carboxylic acid group. But here it is not having aldehydic group. Because of that reason, this aldehydic group, remember, failing solution can reduce this. So formic acid can reduce failing solution or failing solution can oxidize this formic acid because of HCO. Very important, remember, among all carboxylic acid, like aldehyde, formic acid also can reduce failing solution. That is the only differentiating test. Then, last question. Phenol on reaction with Br2 in non-polar aprotic solvents like CS2, right, or CCl4 furnishes. We know that bromine water if I take, you will get 2,4,6 tribromophenol. But Br2 in CS2 if you take ortho and bromophenol, because para-bromophenol, because bromine is, remember, here phenol group, OH group which is present on the phenol is para and ortho director. Hence the answer for this question is third option, 45. Ortho and para bromophenol. So this is nothing but third important mock test for NEET exam. So thank you for watching. Have a nice day.